Hi Stampers! Rose Grunwald, Country Cards by Rose. I'm here in my stamping studio today because I'm going to show you how to make the gorgeous card that you saw on the Global Design Project Challenge. This one right here. Usually you see my hands or you see me with these crazy bunny ears or monkey face from one of those Snapchat filters. But I am being brave and coming in front of the camera myself, no filters, to tell you about something really exciting that I'm unveiling today. I'm giving away a $100 Stampin' Up! Shopping spree. Yay! Okay, everybody loves free stuff. So if you look on my blog, there's a prize wheel there. And when the slots on that prize wheel are full, I'm going to spin it and the lucky winner gets a shopping spree. So how do you earn one of the spots on the prize wheel? All you have to do is place an online order under my monthly hostess code, which I always post on my blog and my Facebook page. And for every $25 you spend, you earn a spot on the prize wheel. So I think it's awesome that I'm unveiling this today because it's still Celebration. So if you order $50, you get a free Celebration item from your wish list and you'll earn 2 spots on my prize wheel. And then you could win this Stampin' Up! Shopping spree to be used in the new catalog when it comes out in June. So you already would be starting with some free stuff, which would be pretty cool. If you want to check out more details on that, it's in my blog, but for now, we are going to get to stamping this gorgeous card. I'm going to show you how I made it. So bear with me, I'm going to flip you around. Okay, hey, here we go. Now you're used to seeing my hands, right? We're right back to how you're used to seeing me. Okay, so my card. This is the card that I made for this week's Global Design Project Challenge. Our challenge was to case the very talented Louise Sharp. Her project is gorgeous, so make sure you check out the inspiration that I had for this project on my blog and the other ideas on the Global Design Project page. Her card, when I saw it, the first thing I thought was retro. I love the colors that she used. And I wanted to do the same thing. Now, truth be told, I actually never even thought about combining Soft Sky and Real Red until I saw it in the Occasions catalog for the Valentine's cards that were in there, and it's awesome. So I'm really excited that I found a way to use it besides just Valentine's Day. Okay, let's get started. I have all my junk here. So my card base is Crumb Cake. Now I scored it because remember from my Quick Tip Tuesday video, when you have a tall card you need to score it because of how the fibers run. So I've got that scored and folded and ready to go. And I'm just going to get started here with my background stamping. I wanted something retro and I found it here in the Touches of Texture stamp set. This is actually a 2-part stamp set. A lot of stamps in here, and I was searching my stash for something retro and I found this flower, which I thought was perfect. So I've got that mounted here and I'm going to stamp the background of this card. Now, I have absolutely no rhyme or reason to this. Don't tell my husband that I'm stamping without a scrap piece of paper under me. He made this table and he probably would not like to see me just stamping right on top of it. But, you know, I forgot it and so he's just gonna have to deal with it, right? Okay, so there we have it. Super quick background stamping done. All right, the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm gonna do it kind of right away to just get this out of my way, is adhere this stamped piece to my red. Now, This white paper here is, I'm going to give you the dimensions here. The short way is 3 7/8. And this long way, it's 5 1/8. The red piece is just 1/8 inch bigger, so it's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. I really like it when you have that piece just kind of peeking out. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is stamp this tag. This is a piece of soft sky. I cut a 2-inch strip and then I used my handy dandy tag topper punch. Once I had it punched out, I lined this up with my Stampin' Trimmer and I cut it at 4 inches so that I know from here to here is exactly 4 inches. And I'm going to stamp this right away. We're using this really cute, kind of looks like a bouquet of wildflowers stamp from the set. And I'm just going to stamp that, whoops, right in the middle there. Of course, I stuck my finger right in the red. Looks like I'm bleeding. Stamping is messy, and I always get dirty when I stamp. That's what she said. Okay, so now I'm coming in with this texture stamp in my soft sky, and I'm just going to give a little texture behind that flower bouquet that I stamped. I'm going to bring this a little closer so you can see that. Gorgeous. All right. Now, I am going to show you what I did with this burlap ribbon. This is probably the most intricate part of this card. I've got this ribbon overlapped and then stapled, and then the ribbon up here I have tied as the tag topper. So I'm just gonna, I'm sorry I don't have a measurement for this. I just grab a piece. And this strip that's going to go here on this card is 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. So I'm going to lay this out where I basically am going to want it on my red strip here. And all I do is grab that burlap ribbon and double it over. And when I have it where I want it, I'm going to take my handheld stapler and staple it down. And then I'm going to come in on the other side and do the same. Now, I don't really want this flopping around, so I'm going to use a little bit of my liquid glue here to secure it, not too close to the edge because you're going to see a little bit of that peeking out from behind your tag. And then the next thing I'm going to do is come in with my linen thread. Cut a piece off of that. And I want this burlap ribbon to be bunched together. So near the end, after the last staple, I'm just going to tie this just like I would tie my shoe. Alright. I'm going to make sure it's nice and tight because I really want that ribbon bunched together. And because I could really use a third hand here, but I don't have it, what I like to do is just stick my finger down on that first part of the knot and then actually tie a full knot before I put the loop in here. All right. Then once my loop is made, I just tug on the ends here a little bit to get it the size I want it. And then make sure it's good and tight. All right, now I've got my linen thread cut, trim the ends. And you may not know this about the linen thread, but you can curl it a little bit. It works better with your bone folder. All right. And then I'm just going to trim the end of it up there. You can play around with this till you get it how you like it. Put those pieces in place there. Okay, so this piece is done. Now I've done the stapling first because I'm going to need to glue this down onto my stamped front. So I'm going to get this out of the way here. And I just kind of pick where I think it looks nice. And I have got way too much here, so I'm just going to trim this up a little more. That's much better. All right. You know, I don't even have this straight. Or glued down on this end. No problem. That's what's awesome about liquid glue, right? Because none of us are perfect when we stamp. Okay, and you know, this piece keeps coming up, so I think I might stick under here and secure it one more time before that glue dries. There, I really like that look. Okay, so now I've got my tag topper, and I have this little scrap of burlap ribbon. I'm going to come in here and pull this through and get another piece of linen thread. And we're going to do the same thing to the top of this burlap ribbon that we did to the edge on our card front strip. And again, it really helps to tie a knot in your linen thread first so that you can come back in and tie those loops. And that's what I'm doing here. Once you have the loops tied, then you just adjust it to the size you want, trim your ends. Perfect. Okay, now this piece is going to go here, and we've got a little banner on the front. Now this banner comes from the Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set. There's a lot of good ones in here. I kept mine pretty generic. It just says friend to friend. Truth be told, I picked that one out because I thought it looked the most retro out of all of them on there. So I've got that stamped in my real red. Trim the ends up. I'm still waiting for my classic label punch to get here in the mail. I've been sort of cheating as I go here, and I just trim this up with my snippers, but that punch is going to make it a lot easier. I'm really excited to get that. Okay. And now, of course, I have paper all over the place. No big deal. I am going to want this on a dimensional and these on dimensionals. And I do not like to glue my card down once there's dimensionals on it already. So I'm going to get that out of the way and glue my card front to my card base. And I'm going to center that here. I just love those colors together. I love how it looks so retro. Awesome. All right, we're going to get some dimensionals. And I believe I already shared my little tip for making your dimensionals go further. I like to cut some strips up my paper here so that they last me a bit longer. All right, so take these off. big pile of scraps mess here. Okay, I'm going to come in and secure this. And now I have my banner that I want to put on the front. So I'm just going to pop a couple dimensionals on here. The other thing about making those strips on your dimensionals is that when you have a smaller piece like this, you already have small pieces cut and ready to go. So I am just going to place my banner here, and my card is finished. Super easy. You can stamp something on the inside if you like. I like to leave a nice handmade note in there, and so sometimes I just leave mine blank. We all know how that goes. And there you have it, my entry for this week's Global Design Project. Thanks for stopping by and checking this out today. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. And remember, I am giving away that $100 Stampin' Up! Shopping spree. So for every $25 you purchase under my host code, you get a spot on the wheel. When the wheel is full, I spin it, and the lucky winner gets that shopping spree. I will spin that wheel as many times as I fill it up. So fill it up now, while you can also get free stuff from Stampin' Up! For the next day or two here. All right, thanks again. Make sure you check out my blog, countrycardsbyrose.blogspot.com, for other projects by me. And you can also like my Facebook page. I'll actually be doing the spins for the winners live on my Facebook page. So like that, Country Cards by Rose, so you make sure you don't miss out. All right, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.